Veena auntie. Hi everyone. I'll just wait for a couple of more minutes. Thank you, auntie. Hi, Punamamisa. Hi, Pallavi. Hi, Shivani. Thank you, Mamisa. I'll just wait for a couple of more minutes. Hope everyone's doing well. It's so great of Teletina to be, kind of hosting this lockdown series. Um, it's lovely to kind of get everyone talking, to get all the experts on board, introduce everyone, kind of the experts to everyone. It makes everyone feel so good that they know who they're speaking to. So it's a really great initiative by the team, by the Teletina team. So thank you so much. Veena auntie, Shivani, Chanda Mami, like the entire team. There's just way too many to name. So shall I start? I think we have enough people right now. If you are comfortable with me beginning, I'll start the session. Okay. So hi everyone. My name is Shreya Kothari, and I am actually Chanda Mami, Chanda Surana's niece. I actually kind of have a counseling service, but I've been kind of part of the Teletina journey since I can even remember. I used to work in marketing for the last 3 years, which is why I, kind of voluntarily chose to be the expert for the Limelight a la carte group. I've kind of I've been very close to Chanda Mami for a few years, and I've been, I've been speaking to her about Teletina since it even became a thing. And watching her kind of talk about it before it even launched to seeing where it is today is so inspiring. I just had to tell you, Chanda Mami, that I'm so proud of you. Seeing you talk about, wanting to create an app, seeing you talk about wanting to help people, seeing you talk about all these, kind of sharing. I've seen you kind of sharing your resources from living in New York to living in Bombay to knowing people in Jaipur and sharing whatever knowledge you have with people and wanting to make that bigger. So you turning that into a global app has been so inspiring, and it's been so so great for me to see you create a team where everyone is, willing to just help you, and you're willing to help everyone. It's such a wonderful give and take friendship you have. I think your team, it's not it I was part of Teletina, the team, and it just makes me, when I was there, I didn't feel like I was working. It just made me feel like I was part of a family. So I just have to say that your presence is just so loving. It's so lovely, and I love working with you. I love working around you. I love being around you, even though I don't work with Teletina as closely anymore. I just love being around you, Chanda Mami, all the time, as much as I can. It just makes me feel happier, and it's so great to see that you're doing this on a global scale now. You're helping so many people with Teletina. Yes, we do. We have a lot of fun in the office. It's great. We'll leave our office secrets to the office, but it's wonderful. We really are a family. But let me delve into Teletina a little bit. So it's actually categorized into a la carte groups. So there's specialized groups from music to business groups to even matrimony to social media to pets. There's everything you can imagine, to any city, any country you would like to ask questions, and they're all available. I myself have had amazing experiences on this app. I've wanted to know about cooking classes to dance classes. I've even needed people to kind of join my mental health team. I've needed to know about women's shelters for, people who've approached me, clients who've approached me, and I've gotten reliable answers from such reliable sources. I've gotten answers within 10 minutes. I've gotten answers to everything I've needed. And I've actually approached every answer. Yes, all absolutely genuine answers. I've approached these cooking class, the cooking classes, the dance classes, and they've all been such great recommendations, and I would 100% recommend them on as well. I've had a great experience, and it's all first-hand information. So yes, Teletina has been a great experience. I've gotten so many of my friends onto it. I've gotten so many of my aunts and uncles onto it as well, and no complaints at all. It's been such a great experience, and so safe. That's the number one thing. It's so safe. Things like Facebook, they also have these small resource groups like, oh, I need a dance teacher, I need this, but that safety, that reliability is not always guaranteed. With Teletina, everyone's either a friend or a friend of a friend. There's a whole background check. Everything is so, it's so reliable that I don't feel I just don't feel unsafe. I feel absolutely fine. I don't feel anxious being on the app. It's a great experience, and I'm honestly, hats off, Chanda Mami. It's great what you've done. But yeah, so I am actually the expert on Limelight. It's the social media a la carte group, and this is because I've worked in social media marketing for 3 years. So I obviously understand the importance of social media. It's a great way to connect. It's a great way to even advertise your business. It's a great way to, it's a great way to connect without having to have long conversations. It's a great way to, it's a visual experience. It's a visual connection. A lot of people, find it hard to communicate, text too much, or, read too much about someone catching up. But once you're scrolling through, let's say, Instagram or Facebook, and you see, oh, today someone's in Canada, today someone has gone to a dance class, today someone cooked a great meal. And it's good to see that, because, today I'm not always in touch, let's say, with my cousins who live in America. But I see online that they're doing well. They're having a great, yeah, it's exactly, Chanda Mami is right, especially during Corona. This lockdown has been so hard, and social media has been so helpful, especially with businesses. It's a great way to keep our businesses on the map. I actually got one question here. Is it better to advertise your business on Facebook or Instagram? I personally would say Instagram, because it's the future. Instagram, a lot of the younger crowd is on it. It's full of millennials, and now even the older generation has come onto Instagram. Instagram is so visual, and it allows you to have a written caption as well. But the first thing is that you see a big picture in front of your face, so it's very engaging, and that makes it very, it's appealing to the audience. So Instagram is definitely very, very it's very engaging, it's very captivating. Some may say it's a little addictive, but it's really important. But Instagram has all these features like IGTV, like Instagram television. Today, when is the last time you would have turned on your TV, gone on ZTV or Nickelodeon or Star Plus? It's really not a thing you do. People now watch Netflix, right? People go on Instagram. So now when you want to advertise your business, you're not going to call Star Plus and say, let's put an advertisement on. You're not. You're going to want to put it on Instagram. That's just how it is now. This is the future. So Instagram is just really important that way. Whether you have a skincare business, whether you have a counseling center, whether you have a food business, whether you have jewelry, whatever it is, Instagram is perfect for all of it. What are the pros and cons of having Instagram if you already have WhatsApp for connecting? So see, with WhatsApp, it's a great tool to connect, to just text people, to check in. But with Instagram, people are, at least with me and my generation, we're more likely to scroll through our feed. And when we scroll through our feed, pictures are very, like I said, very captivating, very engaging. When we scroll through something very appealing, it really attracts us. And we stop at it for a second and we get curious. Oh, what is this? What are these colors? Why does this look interesting? And it makes us want to read. It's intriguing. We want to read more about it. So that's a difference for sure. On WhatsApp, you have to make the effort to send it to each individual person, make a group chat, make a broadcast group, all of that. On Instagram, it's one post and it's done. Now, whoever follows you, they just get to see everything at once, you know. How can we promote our business on Instagram? Okay, so there's so many promotion tools that Instagram has. So first of all, there's a business page and a personal page. If you turn your personal page into a business page, there's a whole world of possibilities. You can promote each individual post by paying a little amount. You can pay from like 20-30 rupees to even thousands of rupees, which means this post will go on. You can choose the demographic. So everyone in Bombay from the age of, let's say, 18 to 55 for 7 days. So now anyone under these demographics, your post will just come onto their news feed. So let's say tomorrow, this Sunday, I'm having a workshop and I want all 18 to 20-year-olds to come to my workshop. Now I can pay, let's say, 200 rupees and advertise this post. So now everyone in Bombay between the age of 18 and 21 will see this post. And that's millions of people in Bombay itself. So that is one promotion tool that Instagram allows for. There's also insights on Instagram that we can see. So if we go on to insights in our settings, it shows us what time people, your followers, kind of check your posts out. So now if you see that, you can see that, okay, most of my followers check out my page at 9 p.m. or they check out my post at 5 p.m. So now when you see, you can choose that, okay, from now I'm going to post at 5 p.m. only, or I'm going to post at 9 p.m. only. Now when you do that, you'll know that it'll engage your followers much more, because Instagram collects the data for you, which makes it really, it makes it so much easier for you to promote your business. So yeah, Instagram has so many promotional tools. Like I said, even with IGTV, it's a new feature Instagram's come up with. It's Instagram television. So it's for longer kind of movies or videos that you've created. Let's say an advertisement for your company. So Instagram ordinarily only lets you post 1-minute videos. IGTV, you can post up to 5 minutes. You can post up to 10 minutes, however long. And so if you have an ad for your business, ads usually go up to 3 to 4 minutes sometimes, right? So you can post this on your IGTV as well. We also have, Instagram also has stories. So you can also, kind of keep posting stories as many as you like. There's absolutely no limit to how many stories you want to post. But yeah, this is for your business. There's also personal, like I said, you can keep in touch. If, let's say today I want to contact my distant cousin. I only know her name. I don't have her number. What do? Let's say I can just put her name down on Instagram. Of course, many people have the same name, but if I scroll through and let's say there's, with Instagram kind of connects, if there are any mutual friends, it'll, kind of bring it to your first search. So it's easy to kind of find people you wanted to connect with. I personally have found a friend from 2nd grade when I used to live in New York. I lived in New York for 1 year. I had a group of friends back then. And after I left, I don't have any of their numbers, no email addresses. And I was 6 years old. Now, where do I find these girls? So I literally just went on Instagram, typed up their name, and I found them in 2 minutes. It was that easy. And I connected with them after 10 years. It was absolutely lovely to have done that. And the power of social media is phenomenal, according to me. And because of that, I got their numbers, and it was just great. So yeah, it was a lovely experience. Instagram has been but again, it obviously comes with its pros and cons. These are obviously the pros for Instagram and pros of social media. Of course, there are some cons, which are that it is a little addictive. We do tend to scroll through our newsfeed a lot more than we need to. It's important to kind of set a time to be like, okay, maybe I'll scroll 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, and 10 minutes in the evening. A lot of us kind of keep scrolling, so that gets a little addictive and a little unhealthy, but it's okay. Another question we've gotten is how it's personally helped my business. Okay, so I actually run a counseling center. It's called Moonlight, and it's for trauma and abuse survivors. So I've gotten so many I actually post on Instagram a lot regarding what my services, what I can do for people, and because of that, my clients kind of increased. I've got from 4 clients a week, I've gotten like 9 clients a week, all because of Instagram. That too during lockdown. So I feel with Instagram you can do, the possibilities are kind of endless. So it's really great to do that. Yeah. Is social media important? Yeah, for sure. Like I said, in my experience, social media is really, really important. It's really helped with my work. I've gotten especially during lockdown, people really can benefit from counseling because people are going through so much anxiety and so much stress, and, kind of just talking to someone and loosening that out, kind of just letting go of so many negative feelings is really helpful. So I've used Instagram to talk about the benefits of counseling and the benefits of mental, kind of addressing your mental health, and I think that's appealed to so many people, and luckily it's worked for me and my business. So yeah, I think I got fortunate with Instagram in terms of my work, for sure. Are there any more questions that I can answer for any of you? How do I check my time? Are you asking how you? Oh, like, the screen time? Yeah, Instagram has its own screen time. So you can check how much time you spent on Instagram. Just check at the end of the day if you spend how many hours you spent on Instagram. If that's something you're happy with, you can wake up in the morning, set a goal that, okay, today I'm only going to spend 2 hours on Instagram, not longer, or 45 minutes. You set your own goal. There's no rule. And then at the end of the day, just check, So how much time on average does one spend? See, I personally don't check, because all my work during the lockdown has been on Instagram, so I don't know how much time I actually check. How much time I spend. I think I probably spend a good 3 to 4 hours on Instagram per day, which is not ideal. One would say a healthy amount would be about 1 hour a day, so it's like 20 minutes. And like I said, you can always check at the end of the day. Check your screen time at the end of the day. Make sure the light is not kind of hurting your head, and make sure you're one con I would like to address right now of Instagram is a lot of people are posting a lot of pictures where they're really, really happy, really, have the perfect friendships, are doing the best things during lockdown. They're baking, they're dancing, they're doing so many fun things. But we as people cannot compare. Everyone's lives are different. We have to make sure we're not comparing our life to theirs, because it will leave us feeling very, very unhappy. So that's one very, very important thing I'd like to say. Social media is not the most reliable source of judging other people's happiness or judging other people's success. So it's please don't use that as a bar at all. Today I could be posting some of the best pictures, but it does not always mean that my work is successful today. So just make sure that you're not comparing yourself. It will make you feel really, really low. It's just something, it's just a little, note to self. Can you tell us a little more? TikTok does have potential. It's definitely for a younger kind of crowd. It's mostly about making videos, less about photos. So Instagram again is more about photos. TikTok is more for videos. So yeah, you can, I've seen many businesses on TikToks kind of advertise. So let's say, for example, Teletina, if they have like a video advertisement, they can definitely use TikTok. There are so many viewers, especially if they want to kind of engage the younger, the more, millennials in that sense. TikTok is a great platform for that, 100%, definitely. Can you tell us a little more about the insights? What features are there? So in insights, like I said, you can check what time people come, your followers come on. You can check what posts you get more likes in, the hashtags that you use are very important. You can check which hashtags get the most likes. You can even check something as small as that. You can see the peak time your followers are active even. You can, there's so many things insights, you can just go and check. If you go to, the 3 dots on top of your page, if you have a business page, there's 3 dots on top of your page. Just click on that and click on insights. You can just scroll through and see every single thing insights tells you. It's absolutely great. Facebook. Facebook hasn't completely lost its charm. I think a lot of the older crowd definitely still uses Facebook, I've noticed. But even they are now coming on to Instagram. I've advised a lot of people, a lot of my aunts and uncles, my friends' parents to come on Instagram. So that is definitely something that's happening. But on Instagram, you can share the same post directly onto Facebook, which means you don't have to repost on Facebook. So it saves you a lot of time, so you can do that. So it's like a just in case. The few people who are not on Instagram can, kind of see your post on Facebook. But I personally don't go on Facebook. I don't know many people my age or from my friends who tend to check up Facebook too much. So it honestly kind of depends on who your target audience is. If it's the younger generation, which is probably 18 and below or 19 below, TikTok and Instagram are the best. If you're looking at young adults, maybe between 18 and 27, 30, 35, then Instagram is the best. Anything older, then between Instagram and Facebook is the best. Yeah, Facebook and Instagram are linked. Even Instagram is owned by Facebook actually. So they are definitely linked, and you can always, like I said, whatever posts you have on Instagram, you can share them directly onto Facebook. Are hashtags important? Hashtags are very important. Very, very, very important. Those are the main features of kind of promoting and advertising your posts and your pictures. What hashtags do is they're keywords. So now let's say I have a picture of myself in Bombay. If I put hashtag Bombay, now every picture that has this hashtag will come on one page. So now it's publicized basically. It's come onto a public page. Now if anybody searches hashtag Bombay, it is possible for your picture to come on that and for it to get a like and for it to get a view. So hashtags are definitely important. The right hashtags, you can always Google them. You can say hashtags for Bombay sightseeing or hashtags for tourism in Canada, or you can just Google things like that, and the right hashtags will always come to you. Or if you have a photography page, you can do hashtags for photography, hashtags for mental health, hashtags for anything. Google will have the answer for it. But yes, hashtags are very important. But again, let me just stress, hashtags will only work if your page is a public page. It doesn't have to be a business page, but it does have to be a public page. If you have a private page, your photos will not show up in any public forum whatsoever. No. Hashtagging is not like tagging on Facebook. Tagging is when you tag a specific person or page. Hashtagging is a keyword. A keyword is just something that you associate your picture or your post with. It's a little different. Did I miss any questions? Let me just go through. A good app for making short videos for posting. So I personally use iMovie. If you have an iPhone, iMovie is already in your phone. Otherwise, InShot is a very good app. You can have it on your Android and on your iPhone. Yeah, those are the two apps that I use. You can also use Flippergram, but Flippergram has a watermark, which I don't prefer to, I really don't like that. But for me, iMovie is the best. If you have iPhone, that's very great. Otherwise, InShot is a great one to download. Definitely download InShot. Good courses for social media marketing. So currently during lockdown, Masterclass is doing a lot of courses. Coursera is doing really well right now. Coursera has social media marketing. It has any class you could possibly want to take up, any course you want to take up, and it's all for free. There are some paid ones, but 99% of the classes are for free. I've taken a lot of courses on Coursera, and it's been a great experience for me. A lot of my friends have taken it, a lot of my friends' parents have taken it, and it's been great. So definitely check up Coursera. They have a lot of classes on social media there. So I really hope that works for you. Do let me know if Coursera does work for you. I'll be really happy to know it has. Which are the best apps for news? InShot. I personally use InShot because I'm not someone who likes to read a lot. I don't like reading articles on one specific news. So I've downloaded InShot. It summarizes an entire news for me in like 1 to 2 paragraphs and tells me basically gives me all the highlights. And it's all international news, and it's great. So it's InShot. Great app. So what compels someone to look at Instagram when they have emails, Facebook, and WhatsApp to deal with? So that's the thing with Instagram. It's a visual platform, so it's very attractive. It attracts the users a lot. You may not want to go through Instagram, but if you want to promote your pictures and your business on Instagram, if you want to promote it at all, I would suggest Instagram because it is what attracts viewers to it. If you email people about your business, they might just skim it and be like, it's okay. They might forget about it. But the thing with Instagram is while scrolling, it's so attractive. I've gotten attracted to so many classes, so many people on Instagram where I've ended up taking their classes, or I've ended up signing up for their webinars. So I definitely have a great experience with Instagram. It's very appealing. People, even in psychology, people are more attracted to visual presentations more than kind of written. I'm not going to sit and read an entire email. I am more likely to see something attractive. If it's attractive, I will be intrigued and then I'll read further about it. I will not read and then see a picture, which is what Instagram does. What's the difference between a personal and business account? Yes, so a personal account doesn't allow for you to promote your posts. It doesn't allow for you to see your insights, which means you can't see how many people, you can't see how many, what time people come up on your page. You can't see what hashtags are trending the most. You can't, you can't kind of see the peak time of your followers, what time your followers are most active. Whereas on a business account, you can promote each post, you can promote your page, you can pay for advertising your pages, your posts basically, and you can see what time your followers are most active. You can see what time you get most likes. You can see how many people look at your page per day. There's so much information given to you on a business page that you will not get on a personal page at all. And yeah, so basically that's really important. In a business, you obviously need you need to see how well your business is doing. You need to see how well your advertisements are doing. So that's something a business page offers you that a personal page does not. And it's free. To switch to a business page, it's absolutely free. Also on a business page, you can put up your contact information. You can put up your email address or your phone number. You can link it to your Facebook page. You can link it to a Twitter account. Your Instagram allows you to do a lot if you're on a business page. You can link it to anything. So if today if you come onto my my business page, it's Moonlight_India, you can directly contact me. You just click contact and it directly takes you to emailing me. But on my personal page, which is just Shreya Kothari, you cannot contact me. You can only contact me on Instagram. You cannot contact me on my email. You cannot see my Facebook. You cannot see anything. It's more private. So that's definitely something that a business page offers you. Spell Coursera. Sorry, so that is, I'll just spell it out for you here, everyone, which is Coursera. Here you go. Thank you, everyone. Are there any more questions? It's so nice to see everyone so engaged in this, and in these live sessions, everyone's asking so many questions, everyone's so intrigued. It's so lovely to see it. Can people make money from Instagram? Yes, definitely. So there are people called Instagram influencers. That's a business on its own, actually. Where they become so popular on Instagram, get so many followers, get millions and millions of followers, and by doing that, by getting so many followers, other companies, like, they basically become models, they become brand ambassadors by getting so many followers. Other businesses, so there are these influencers with like 20 million followers, 20,000 followers, and companies like Bulgari, Louis Vuitton, and all these companies come and tell them, hey, wear my clothes, wear my merchandise, and just take pictures on it, take pictures with it, and just post it. That's it. And they pay you like 20, 30, 40,000 rupees for just for taking one picture. So yeah, definitely you can make a lot of money if you have a lot of followers. The most popular Insta followers, there's so many popular ones. Some that I know are Masoom Meenawala. She's a very popular one. Juhi Godambe is a really popular one. Sorry, I think I've missed some. Just a second. Does one still need a website? I think a website is definitely important. It is kind of solely about your website, about in your Instagram, you can also link it to your website. So of course your Instagram will not give 100% information. It's a visual representation of your website. If you have any workshops, or if you have any new products, or if you have, you are going to post that on Instagram. But if people want a more elaborate, detailed description on what you do, then they will want to visit your website. If people want to actually read more, Instagram is not the place for that. They will go onto your website. So the website is definitely important. Like I said, a visual representation along with verbal and a written out are both very, very important. So you should have both. I'm saying both are important for sure. Does one still need a website? If one, yes, like I said, a website and Insta, both are, one is visual, one is written. If someone's interested in the visual, they will definitely want to read more about your company or your business. Coursera is spelled Coursera. Coursera. How much does it cost to employ an influencer? You can't employ an influencer. You can just give your merchandise to them. So if let's say you are making clothes, you can give your merchandise to them. Tell them take pictures in this and post it. Now they will charge you per post. They do it on a freelance basis. You cannot hire them for yourself. But I mean, unless they personally don't mind otherwise, but this is the usual, this is the, you know, kind of the status quo. You just kind of give them your merchandise and they will talk about it. Or you can tell them like, okay, see, you know, if you have a service, tell them what your service is and they will talk about it in a post and you have to pay them. And the price kind of varies from Instagrammer to Instagrammer. If someone has a lot of followers and is very popular, they might charge a little more. If someone is has not so many followers, they might charge a little less. So it really depends on person to person. My Insta handle, mine is moonlight_India. Sorry, am I missing any questions? I'm just going back to check. I'm so sorry if I've missed any. Okay, I think I've gotten most of the questions. Snapchat. So Snapchat is something that's is actually dying out right now. Not many people are using it. I used to use it back in 10th, 11th grade maybe, but I've not touched it. Even the younger crowd now is not using it anymore. The older crowd is also not using it. So, and especially for business, there's really no need for Snapchat at all. Thank you, Veena auntie. Do you take care of accounts for a fee? I do. I actually for 3 years did work in social media marketing, where I worked for for many companies who kind of asked me to work for their social media, who asked me to build their social media presence. So I have done that. I'm currently doing 1 or 2, but it is not my main business anymore. I now run a counseling service, so that's my main thing. But if anyone needs any help, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. You can message me anytime. Chanda Mami has my contact information. Veena auntie has my contact information, and you can ask me questions on Limelight, on Teletina. I will always answer any queries over there as well. So there's absolutely no need to worry at all. I'll always be here for you. But it is not my main business anymore. But I will always be here. A good course is Coursera. I just mentioned it above. It's COURSERA. Coursera. It has great social media marketing courses. You can download the Coursera app or you can do it online. No, thank you, Chanda Mami, for allowing me to do this for you. It's been such a pleasure, and so proud of you again, Chanda Mami. Teletina is absolutely brilliant and so inspiring. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please, everyone, keep using Teletina. It's one of my favorite apps. There are so many people there who are willing to be there for you. All of the experts, like myself, will always be there for any questions you have. And I'm always here for you as well. Any questions you have regarding social media, regarding marketing, regarding anything, I will very happily answer everything for you. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask, or you can always, kind of ask it on Teletina as well. I will be there for you. Oh, thank you so much, Preeti Chachi. Oh, thank you, Veena auntie. Yes, that's very true. Teletina equals reliability. Always here to help. had a great session, everyone. Please don't hesitate. I'm always here for you. Please do message on Teletina, on Limelight a la carte group with any queries. I'm here for you. Bye everyone. Please stay safe and stay indoors. Love you.